fuerte, la más fuerte en la historia de este mundo. We know that Cesar Chavez United Farm Workers were the strongest, most bravest, dedicated unionists in the history of this world. And did incredible things. And this was all with people like Cesar only had a 7th grade education. He just, you know, after he passed away, they gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 7th grade education. So, it doesn't matter if you got formal education or not. Everything is possible. I was about the age of a lot of you guys here when I first got involved in the United Farm Workers. I was 19 years old. I was going to school. I'm from Kansas City. I never met a Mexicano. I never heard a word of Spanish. Didn't know anything. And I went on a summer break, to be honest with you, for a 90-day deal to help out in this situation. And 7 years later, I was still there. I never went back to school. Because my first day, my first picket line, I was a skinny, 165-pound white kid that never had a parking ticket in my life. If you got a parking ticket, you were frowned upon. It was like you're in trouble. And my first day, there's this big goon, like some of those guys that you saw in the movie, in the video there, which is a documentary, by the way. This guy's getting ready to put his, you know what, up our picket line, captains, you know where. And I just tried to intercede and pull our guy off. And this is in Boulder, Colorado. Colorado University, Buffaloes. They had some of those guys out there counter picketing us. Well, there's one goon from the store is trying to put, like I said, trying to put his cowboy boot up our guys, you know what. I tried to pull him off. Some other guy jumped on me. Another guy jumped on top of him. And I'm on flat-faced out in the street and gravel on the cement. And all of a sudden the sheriff's come. And I think, oh my God, I'm saved. So they pulled the top guy off, pulled the next guy off, pulled the third guy off. They pulled me and sent me to jail. And I said, you know what, there's got to be something wrong with this picture. So I stayed, I saw more, I realized more. And what I learned, we all worked for what they call striker's wages, which was room and board and $5 a week. This is what really impressed me with the United Farm Workers. From Cesar Chavez all the way down to the newest person like myself, we worked for $5 a week. And we had attorneys, we had doctors, we had all kinds of people that gave up all sorts of things to do this. And so I stayed in Denver, working on the boycott there for quite a while, and it was like Bobby said, it was arrest after arrest after arrest. One time we're out peacefully picketing, mind you, 4th of July, Liberty Day, right? We're peacefully picketing within the confines of the law. We're not doing anything wrong. We've already established with the police where we're going, what we're doing, and so forth. And there's 200 people there. And by that time, I was the coordinator for the state of Colorado, the boycott. And they called my name over the police loudspeaker in their car, to come over their car. So I go over there, as soon as they go over there, throw me in jail. Throw me in the car, and then throw me to jail. So I get out the next day, and I go to court, you know, down the road. And I'm wearing a Boycott Gallo UFW button on my shirt, much like the one I have here. I go into jail to court. It challenges illegal, unconstitutional arrest. And the judge, who's a right-wing, if there was a Tea Party then, he would have been leaving. It was like she said, it's KKK. He says, you know what? You got to take out that union button, or we're going to throw you in. We're going to hold you in contempt of court. And guess what? In contempt of court, there's no bail, which means you're going to stay in there until you agree to take that off, or hell freezes over. And I said, well, you know what? I don't know about hell freezing over, this button ain't coming off. So he threw me back to jail. And it backfired because they got all kinds of local, regional, and certain national news. And it was during the boycott Gallo, the Gallo wine boycott. So here on the front page of Rocky Mountain News, the Denver Post, was a picture about the boycott Gallo, farm worker organizer jailed for refusing to take out his button. And those things went on and on and on. And one time, for example, Cesar Chavez was a cruel person. He went on a 24, 25, and 36-day fast, 3 different times, and many smaller ones in the interim. We're not talking a fast of giving up red meat or giving up, sodas. We're talking water-only fast. The man put nothing in his body, one time for 24 days, one time for 25 days, one time for 36 days. I had the honor to be there at 2 of those occasions where he broke his fast, one in Phoenix, Arizona, and one out in Delano. And Bobby's been, been through so much stuff that, him and his family, they weren't there just part of this. They started this. His mom was there from the beginning. And his kids, to this day, are involved in this. Well, see how this goes. We were back in Denver again, we're White County Gallo, and Gallo wine, we were knocking on their butts. We had all the stores taking it off their shelves. And one time this one store says, you know, we're not gonna take it off. We're gonna advertise it, we're gonna sell it, we're gonna promotion. So they put it on half price. They full page ad in the newspaper. But we had no means of counting that, of course, we don't have that kind of money. So we decided that one of us would do it fast, and I happened to be the coordinator, so I got elected. If you ever seen me eat, my wife over here, she knows I like to eat a lot, you know. Well, we parked a trailer, a 12-foot travel trailer, in the parking lot next to the store, and it was a blizzard. And I stayed there and slept there for 15 days without eating. And by the time my fast was over at the store, literally went bankrupt. Nobody came in that store. This was in North Denver, which, if you know anything about the Latino movement in that area, Jorge Gonzalez, that was a stronghold. And you put up a welga flag, and you know nobody goes in that place. So these are things the drastic things that we had to do in order to combat it. You have to understand. In essence, Cesar Chavez, 7th grade education, took on the richest industry in the richest state, in the richest country, in the entire friggin' world. And he beat him. He won. Despite having other, all kinds of allies with him, against us, the growers did, we won. And it was an incredible thing. I then was transferred out to the Coachella area, where I met my wife, who was working, she worked